Welcome back to a new video, guys, and today we're going to hit some box squats, some heavy box squats for week 3, 165, something like that, I believe. We're going to hit 6 times 5, 137.5 at bench, which need to move much faster than last week. And then I have some chest expander of pulling 6 points today, and then some incline curls to finish off. But I want to start the video here and just talk a little bit how things have been going, because it's now been almost the full holiday gone, and it's always funny because I think before the holidays you always are gonna be like, man, it's gonna be so good, I'm gonna be so locked in, and training is going to be going well, and training has been going well, but you always kinda expect more than you actually end up getting, and it's something I always think a mistake I make, and maybe it's because of the constant comparison with other people online, and seeing how much progress some people make, and then you realize that you don't know how the fuck their lives are, things like that. But I wanted to also just talk about some things like I can improve, because I know that being an influencer, doing social media stuff, content production like that, you expose yourself a lot to other people, and people are gonna have certain ideas about how you are, and think that you're someone who doesn't procrastinate, doesn't always work, things like that, and that maybe you're portraying yourself like that. So I want to just like talk about some of the stuff that, okay, the camera just died, but what I was saying was that I want to talk about some of the stuff that I feel like I struggle with keeping up doing, and some things that I feel like I need to improve on when I have more time, and when you don't necessarily need to be as structured, because when you have school and everything going on and you are forced to meet up at certain times, you're forced to get your trainings in at certain times, you're forced to have to go to sleep, you're unable to wake up and recover, you have these, have fully structured plans of how you're going to do things, and you can't really hesitate and just relax and extra stuff. And one of the things I usually find myself doing when I have a lot of time is staying up too long. And I get in my sleep, I'm sleeping better than I have for a long time, but I really want to just try and not stay up so long when I don't even have plans in the morning. I still want to get up early and try to do that, and just feel like I get more out of the day, because essentially, like, you're not getting more out of the day, but you know, it feels like that. So that's something I deal with, and I want to improve on, and just kind of waste less time, because it's easy to feel like you have all of this time extra in the world when you're, I mean, I'm still working, I'm still doing all the programming things, some online coaching, I'm still writing emails, I'm still writing content, planning stuff like that. So it's not like I'm not working, but I have a lot less stuff when there's not school, of course. And it's these are things that, alright, I have all of this time, I can just relax and so on, and be on my phone, and suddenly all of the time catches up to you, and you don't have that much extra time. So that's something I need to work on and try to get better at. And yeah, I think it's good to share things like this, because it's something like, it's gonna make me feel like, if I feel maybe a little bit vulnerable sharing this, but I think a lot of people can relate to these kind of feelings. So I just wanted to get this out of the world before going to train. because training, I'm always motivated for. And you guys know that, and it's all kind of the thing I used to get away from things like just think about training, not all the work, things where I feel like I'm behind and lagging in terms of others. And training dictates a lot of how I feel, despite having other things I also care about, like my content, getting better at creating content, getting better at certain things, getting better at school, getting better at making food, things like that, just being a better person. Training plays a big role in terms of how I feel, my mood. If I have a good training, it's always to some degree going to impact how I'm feeling. So I want to make sure that I'm always getting good sleep and eating well and things like that. And I don't really struggle with that, but there's some certain things I just need to get better at. But with that said, guys, let's fucking go and get in a good training. I'll see you all at the gym.
You guys feel like singing along? Joe?
Okay guys, that is the warm-up done, and it's basically the same warm-up that I've done for like 2 years at this point, because don't fucking fix what's not broken. So I'm just doing some squats, squat to pike, some opening up of my adductors, things like that, making sure my hamstring are opened up, getting in some sissy squats as well for my quads, and then a lot of bending good mornings, just to get some blood flow. The main goal with the warm-up is just to get some blood flow. I don't spend more than like a couple of minutes in total on this, because I also have a bike ride on the way to training of like 4 kilometers, and that is mainly uphill. So it is perfectly fine in terms of warm-up. And then after that, also went on to do some jumps, some seated vertical jumps, because this is not really taxing, but it's a good way to just get warmed up, and especially on a day like today, when I'm doing box squats, it's really quite similar to that. So now that the warm-up is done today, we're moving into some heavier box squats. And I used to do these down to like 10 inches, but I figured I could do them a little bit lower, because first of all, the box that I was using kinda got made a little bit taller. I don't know what they did to it, but it's like 2 centimeters taller now, and I don't feel like that is low enough. But I also feel like I could go a little bit lower and get more out of it. So now it's down to like 9 inches instead of 10, but it's still gonna be good. As I said, I felt quite springy today with the jumps, so I expect these 8 sets of 3 with 165 to move well. Hopefully below like and IP6, as currently I'm doing this this kind of polarizing training method, trying to take most of my main work quite easy, but pushing the accessories hard. And I still have the max effort on the bench and on the squat that I'm pushing hard once a week. Today is a little bit of a standout day because I'm deloading every 5th week with no max effort squat and no max effort bench. But usually I have the max effort squat before, and that is enough hard work when I'm getting close to failure, and then the rest, because you really don't need much close to failure in terms of the main exercises, because there's so much neural fatigue, and it's better to use the accessories to just hammer your muscles hard. But let's get these freaking sets going. All right, 4 sets in, and think honestly a lot more powerful than I did last week after being sick the weekend before that. So probably no surprise that strength is kind of back at this point. But yeah, it is surprising how much weaker you get after being sick for just 2 days. And also the fact that I haven't totally fried my central nervous system with a max out deadlift right before and have no max effort today is probably also a big part of it. But it's feeling a lot faster, and I think honestly think it's close to the same speed as with 146.5. So like 18.5 kilos less, which is quite a big statement. But 4 sets left, and yeah, let's try to make these last 4 sets move even faster. Let's fucking go, man. Squat felt absolutely amazing. I had one set where I felt like I didn't get properly out of the first rep. I think it was the 5th set. I don't have it on video, but apart from that, I felt like it moved phenomenally to the point where I would probably have done maybe 9 reps in the last set, which is absolutely phenomenal with down to a 9-inch box. But now on the bench, where it's the last week of this rotation, so I'm gonna try to get, or I should not try to get, but I should quite comfortably get 6 sets of 5, 137.5. It was hard last week, but usually it moves quite easy. And I suspect that it was mainly because, first of all, because of the deadlift, but also because of the illness, because bench has just been absolutely flying up recently in strength. And then the last week felt bad, both on my max effort day and on the volume day here. But I suspect that today is going to be a lot better. So we're trying to just focus on pushing the bar absolutely through the roof. That's mainly what I do in the bench press. I like to not think about way too many things. There are a lot of things that you can do, a lot of cues. But mainly for me, I feel like as long as I just focus on pushing the bar hard through the roof, it just begins to move, and that's what I'm looking for. So let's absolutely destroy this. I'll probably show you guys a couple of the sets, and then I'll talk again after. Let's fucking go, man. Oh, man. Who is that? God first it, man. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Nowhere near perfect, but it is what it is. It's weird how before the illness, what is now like 9 days ago, the bench the week, during that I had there where I did like 4 sets of 5 with 137.5 and then 2 sets of 5 with 115. It moved substantially faster, and I'll put one of the sets on the screen here. You can see how much faster it moved, because I felt like I was able to do maybe like 10 reps with 140. So it's really weird like how bench isn't even back yet. But I mean, next week it's gonna be 2 reps with 145 and then 5 reps 2 with 120. So it's gonna be a lot less volume. And I think maybe the fact that it's this substantial amount of volume right after I was sick, and that last Tuesday was also hard, while usually it's not difficult, maybe means that some fatigue is still carrying over. So I think we're only having to do one heavy set of 2 reps, 145, which is going to be substantially easier than a set of 5 just with 137.5. I think I'm going to be able to slowly get back and recover and get stronger, which is also why I'm doing these like quite long like progressions on Tuesdays where I don't want to push myself. I'm doing that on Saturdays, and then Thursdays I have the dynamic effort where I also rotate variations, but I'm keeping this really sub-maximal, usually just not after the illness the past 2 weeks. But we're going to move on to some chest expander stuff now and get some of that done. Hopefully getting at least 5 reps with 6 springs. Let's fucking get it. Come on, man. Excuse me, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh my God. This is a Pushup, man. Good fucking pump in there. Red up. Like, I don't think they have these on stock anymore, these particular chest expanders, but I don't know,
The set of 6 springs were kind of harder than expected because only thing I got like 3 quality reps, and then I began to bend my arms when I was doing the reps, which I really thought I could get a lot more. And then I was like, maybe it's because I'm using this new spring, which I haven't used before, so that's just gonna be more tension than the other one, so essentially it's more than adding 1 spring. But then I removed this spring, which is the one that are the most stretched out, and I even still managed to make a PR with 5 springs. So I don't know, maybe it's just an adjustability issue and I just need to get used to using 6 springs. No fucking idea, man. But that last set absolutely destroyed me. I love how hard we can go on these with the constant tension throughout the whole range of motion. Now we're gonna go upstairs and do the curls, and that's it for today. Last thing for today is gonna be some incline curls. And I've really been loving these lately since I've made the change where I do half the reps and double the sets with less rest in between and more control. Because it feels like I can get in some more volume without burning myself out. It's essentially, if you know who Jack Tura is, has this program called hypertrophy clusters. It's kind of inspired by his program, I would say, in that way. So I'm getting in, like, instead of doing, let's say, 4 sets of 12, I do 8 sets of 6, but I also cut the rest in half. But because it's less reps per set, I'm able to do more work, or I'm able to do the same amount of work with less fatigue. I have a few things that I need to focus on, trying to keep my elbows back all the time and also avoid rolling forward my shoulder like this in order to help in that kind of way. So yeah, let's get this done. I've become a lot stronger in these recently. When I began doing incline curls consistently around March last year, I think I could do 12 reps with 12.5 kilos with not so controlled, and I can do probably 12 reps with 20 kilo dumbbells now with that kind of technique. And I've really only put on a little bit more than 5 to 10 kilos of body weight since back then. So it's not just because of that, but I mean, it's kind of because of that as well, and just in general, just blasting arms. I mean, I have a goal of getting 20-inch arms at 105 kilo body weight, and yeah, we're kind of getting there. So let's get these buried. Let's fucking go, guys. 1 set left here. Then we are through this. 1 minute. 1 minute to get this done. Gotta log in here. Get on some kiss. I was made for loving you. Let's fucking get it, man. Let's get it, man. We have I was made for loving you on here. Let's fucking get it. 20 seconds, man. Come on. Good technique. Good stretch. Good squeeze. Let's fucking get this. Come on. Come on, guys. 1 last set. Come on. Good control. Control all the way down. Come on, man. Full stretch. Fuck. No 5th rep there. Fuck, it's what it is. Oh well. Maybe when a little overboard recontrol there until I have had that 5th rep, but I guess it's okay. It's a lot of sets with not a lot of rest in between. So I think it's all right, especially with how much control I'm trying to do this with recently and how strict I was keeping them today especially. But that, guys, is all for the training. I don't do a ton of exercises, but I often do a lot of work in those exercises. So it turns out to be a lot of volume anyways. But that is all for the video, guys. It feels good to do more of these long form videos. So if you like these, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one.